Well, hello everyone. Happy Monday and welcome to Lisa Horton Crafts. I'm Cheryl and I'm here today to share more of Lisa's wonderful products. As you can tell by now, this is a recording, so I'm not able to join you live, but not too long. We're getting closer. So, for the products that I have today, these are the inks that I'm going to be using. I've got two metallic inks. One is fool's gold and solid gold. And then I have juicy pineapple and sweet violet. So those are the four inks that I have. And then the other products that I'm using is the textured Magnolia background 3D embossing folder and the corresponding layering stencils. And for my sentiment, I'm going to use the Congrats from the Wedding Day extra large sentiment dies. So those are the products, and we've got another quick and easy card for you today. Let me bring in my Ultimate, and we'll get busy doing a little inking and get our card going. This is an A2 size card. Oh, I guess you probably want to see what I'm making. And this is the card that I've made using those products. And this has ribbon. I'm not sure I'm going to put the ribbon. I think I might try coloring the inking up the die cut. We'll see when we get there, but this is the product, and I love how we've got got beautiful color on it, and then we also have such the nice shine with the metallic inks. So, and then I added a little bit of bling there. So that is our project, and let's go ahead and get started. So here's my Ultimate with my tacky mat, and I'm going to start. I think there's seven stencils. No, six stencils here in this set. And I'm going to start with stencil number 1. And I really just want to make sure that the edge of the stencil is beyond the edge of my card. So I want to be able to make sure that I'm inking all the way to the edge on both sides. So I'm just going to kind of wiggle my stencil around a little bit here. And that looks pretty good to me. And we'll put that down. And then we'll start out with, let's see, I'm going to start with the sweet violet, and I'm going to bring that in, and let me grab a piece of scrap paper because I want to take some of that ink off. I'm putting it on just to take it off, huh? But I just want a nice light color on this layer. I tend to do that a lot with my inking. I don't know why. I think I just like that look. And for this one, I'm not going to add much more color on this part, on the bigger part of the flower. As you'll see as we go along, more color is going to be in the center. So we just have a really, like a dusting almost of color on that. I think I got everywhere. Okay. So there we go there. Just a nice pale color. And then we'll come in with stencil number 2, and we're going to be adding a little more detail to our flowers. And I'm focusing primarily on the flower centers and then the folds on the flower. So some of these folds here. And you can also look on the packaging. Let me see where I put it to see where, well, not so much on this one, but you can actually see, it's easier to see where the flower folds are in the packaging. But I want the folds to be a little darker. So I think I might start with my folds first. and just make those a little darker. Then I'm going to do the rest of the flowers, and I just kind of move around the images. I know there's one up here. It's a little darker. And let's see, where else do we have a fold? There's one here. Let me just make that a little bit darker. And where else did I see? I know I saw several. There's one over here. And if you don't want the whole petal dark, if you just want the folded part, but I'm kind of doing the whole petal that's got the fold on it. I'm just doing that whole petal dark. Let's see. I know there's another one or two. Yep, there's another one right there. So we'll do this one darker. And I may come in and make these folds a little bit more dark, but we'll start there because we can always add more. I think that's kind of it. Oops, no, there's one in the center of this flower. There's a dark one. That's going to end up being dark just because that's kind of where I'm putting the most color on all of my flowers. So that one's going to get it anyway. Okay, so then I'll take my bigger brush then and just kind of add some color to right around where this little bud flower center, I guess, is the best way. And just want a nice deep color. And I'll carry it out some, but not all the way to the edge of the flower. Oh, there's another. I didn't get all the way on this little guy here. Okay, and then I'll just add more color in here and bring it out. And then I'll just go around every place else and just get that flower center, get that nice violet center of the flower. And do the same thing here. Just come up this part of the flower and carry it out a little bit, but not all the way. And get a little color here. And over here. Oops, there's another little folded petal that I didn't see. Okay, get this one right here. And this one is going to be our center here. Get that dark and carry just a little bit of color, not much. Just kind of going around and getting all the flowers like that. And then we'll do our big one here in the center. Carrying the color out. Just a wee bit. And here's another fold. I think I'll do this one this way. And just carry the color out. Kind of leaving the and this is the base of the flower here. So we'll go have our dark color come here and carry it out all the way around. This is such a beautiful folder. I love this, and purple is one of my favorite colors because of my mama. It's her favorite color. And I started making cards with a lot of purple in it for her. She made cards too, but she really liked it when I would make cards for her. And I used a lot of purple because that was her definite favorite color. And the more I used it, I started liking it too. But I like all of Lisa's colors. I can't really say I have a favorite one of hers. And this one, we're gonna grab this one down here, add a little more color there. Just adding enough color that you can see the difference between that top layer that we put down first. And on this one, we're not even coming all the way out. And then we've got some up here. There's another little petal that's folded. They're easier to see as you work around the stencil. And I think I've got everything. Everything's got some color, and there's deeper color some places than others, which is what I was going for. Okay, so that is it for stencil number 2. And then we'll move on to stencil number 3, and we're going to start with our leaves. So for the leaves, I'm doing all of them in the solid gold, and then I'm going to use fool's gold for the accent because they are a little it's a little darker gold, almost like a bronzy gold, which is really pretty. Okay, so let's see, I need my solid gold brush, and I didn't do anything real fancy, didn't try to grade the leaf color or anything for this one. I'm just doing a solid gold leaf all the way around. This gold metallic, all of these metallics are just pretty. But when you mix them with the matte blending inks, oh, just gorgeous, I think. So just going all around, grabbing these leaves, making sure that I get all of them because there are a lot of leaves on this stencil because it's covering that whole card front. But the way that I'm inking this up, it's very easy to do. Nice and simple. And it still comes out pretty. That's what I really love. And we're just going with the solid gold all around till we get them all in. Stenciling is so much fun. It's always like a little treat when you lift up the stencil pattern and see what's left on the paper. I think that's why I enjoy it so much. And then it's just so relaxing too. It feels like a breath of fresh air. Just like, ah. That's how I feel when I stencil. It's just fun. Okay, so that is it for stencil number 3. And we're starting with our leaves now. starting to take shape. On to stencil number 4. We're adding additional leaves, and if you wanted, you could, you know, change up the color. You could even add some variation to the leaf color on all of the leaves if you wanted. There's so many different ways you can do it. It's just all about what kind of look you want. And this look for me is very, very simple. And they, you know, I wouldn't really need to make the leaves as solid as I do, but you know, I'm loving that shine. So that's why I opted to go with a nice solid gold. I'm just working my way around. Now this one, what was I thinking? This one was different. This one I thought was a fold. So it is a fold, and I think what I'm going to do is bring in the fool's gold for this particular leaf because it's darker. And okay, I got a little on the tip of the solid gold, but that's okay. So we're back to our solid gold now, and we'll finish up. That's, if I remember correctly, that's the only folded leaf that I remember when I was creating my sample. Some of the time, if I don't do my live right when I make my sample, I kind of forget. So it's been a few days since I made this card, but I think I'm getting it right. And there's really no really right or wrong anyway. It just, you do it how you feel. And we've just got a few more leaves on this stencil. And we'll be on to the next one. I almost need to grab the ink from a different part of the pad. Let's see, got some up there. And a little one trying to peek it up there too. Okay. I think we got them all. So that is it for stencil number, what is that number? 4. Okay. And in case the numbers are on the stencils up at the top. I don't know if you probably can't see them. But they are numbered. It's easy to see when you got a better camera than mine. And it's, the sun is starting to go down as I record this. So, and so here we've got some leaves and the flower center. So we'll go back and finish up these leaves with the gold since I have it out. And then we'll come back in with the juicy pineapple that I've chosen for the flower center. Make sure I'm getting all these little leaf parts. I just continue on with the solid gold metallic ink. Everywhere I see an opening, it's either going to be a stem or a flower leaf. Oh, you know what? I think that was the center of the flower. Oops. Well, that's okay. As long as it's not sweet violet, it'll be fine. Okay. Let's see. And there's a little leaf hanging out over there. I think that's all of the leaves. And then I'll go in and get my juicy pineapple. And do my flower centers. Make sure I'm not contaminating my brush here. That's a piece of a flower center there. And yep, there's one more down here, hiding under my finger. Okay, so that is it for stencil number 5. And we've got one more stencil to go. Super simple. Oh, I like it, like it. Okay, and here we are using fool's gold everywhere, even on the flower center, which is a little different, but I like the look, so we're gonna go with that. Oh, let's see here. Get my fool's gold brush. And we'll just go start working our way around the stencil, getting this last bit of detail onto the leaves. I was really happy to see this color because it's a nice gold and it pairs well with the solid gold. So if you have the solid gold already and you're thinking, oh, I don't need another gold, yes you do. You need this one. It's a pretty one. Gotta have it. And I'm just gonna go all the way around my stencil, trying to reuse up some of this ink. I got a lot of ink on the stencil and a lot on my brush. Just doing it both directions. Make sure I got all the little holes covered. And there we go. Almost done. Let's see. With all the leaf accents, and then I'll come back in and just grab the flowers, the centers. I'm not making it too dark, but I do want it to be more of the bronzy color than the bright yellow of the juicy pineapple. Some of it will still show, as you'll see, but I didn't even need to put more ink on my brush to get this last little bit. This one, use a little bit more ink there at the bottom. Okay, I think everything has got its color, so let's see. So there we go. I like that look. Very pretty. Then the next thing that we'll do, we'll get these inks out of the way and brushes and all of that fun stuff. And I'll get my, oh, I need a little pokey thing. There we go. And there, my camera I keep forgetting that I need to do whenever I'm doing purples, I need to do it in earlier day because my camera doesn't do well with purple, but this is, if I hold it like that, you can kind of see how pretty that purple is. That's really what it looks like. But when the light hits it, it has that gray look. But that actually that gray's not that bad either. But it's really that pretty purple. So beautiful. Okay, so now all we need to do is take our folder. This is the 3D embossing folder for textured magnolia background, and just line it up in here with the inking that we did. And it might be straight. Let me make sure I get it nice and evenly lined. This embossing folder puts some beautiful texture on these leaves too. So it's really nice. I hope I don't. I always end up moving it, but I try not to. I'm holding it pretty tight. So I'm going to put this into my Spellbinders Platinum 6 by Lisa Horton. And run that through. Now let's see what we did with getting that lined up. I hope we did pretty good. Oh, we did great. So pretty. You can see how deep that embossing is, but it's really pretty, and it adds some nice texture onto the flower centers too. Just a beautiful folder. Okay, so now let's see. I do have my somewhere. Here we go. I have my A2 card already done, and I had die cut my sentiment, but I think instead of adding the ribbon, I'm gonna try inking it and see how that works out. I don't know. I might not like it when I'm done, and if I don't like it, I will just die cut another one. But I think if I could do the violet, because I just love the sweet violet color. So I'm gonna give it a try. And if I don't like it, then I don't like it, and I'll do another one. But I typically like to ink the paper rather than the die cut, and then ink the paper and then die cut. But I'm gonna try it like this. I could have, well, too late now, but had I thought of it a little sooner, I could have done a little ombre effect. But I think having this deep purple it's deeper than what's in the card might work out well. We shall see. I think I'm gonna like it. In this way, I bought a ton of ribbon. I found this website that had a boatload of ribbon, and what I did was went through and looked at their ribbon to see what colors looked like they would be Lisa Horton colors. And I bought quite a few spools of their ribbon. So I might be using it on some of my makes. We'll see. But I think I'm going to like this. And I'm pouncing so that I don't mess up the dye too much. And because I'm doing such a heavy coat of color, I don't have to worry too much about I just want to go back through and make sure that as the color starts to soak into the paper, that I still have a nice even coat of color on my die cut. I think we got it. So let's, wait a minute. Oh, I see one little spot. It's not quite as dark. Okay. So give that a second or two to dry. Let me wipe my fingers off because I don't want Sweet Violet ink anywhere other than where it's supposed to be. Okay, so I actually, oh, I think I'm gonna like that a lot. I can put it right there. Yeah, that's, I like it. I like it, like it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we'll go ahead and put this onto our card front using tape runner. And I'm running out. I hope I got enough for, I'm sure, well, I have plenty more, but I don't know if there's enough on this spool for me to finish this. Oh, there is. Very good. Okay, so then we'll add this to card front. I want to make sure it's opening properly. And it is, and look at that. Well, I can't get you to, I won't be able to, well, you can see the texture in there. Can't see the color properly, but you can see all the texture. It is just a beautiful embossing folder. Another one to add to your stash if you don't have it. Oh, so pretty. Okay, and then I'm gonna burnish the back of this so they've got good contact everywhere. And then we'll add some glue to the back of our sentiment. And we'll be able to, nope, we still got one more thing to do after we add the sentiment. I usually test this glue. I'm glad it came out properly because sometimes it'll come out in a big glob and that is not what I want. But saved by the bell on this one. And I'm I'm sorry for not talking. I stopped a little bit there, making sure I'm getting my glue everywhere I want it and not where I don't. Okay, and that looks like I got everything covered up pretty good. And now the task is to get it on here straight. And oops, put it down a little bit and then take a peek. That looks about right. It's, I don't want to cover up that beautiful flower, so that's where it's going. It could go down a little further, but I like that flower and I want it to be seen. So then the final thing we'll do, I've got some Aura AB gems, Spellbinders gems that I'm going to add to this one. And add some sparkle to my sparkle. I've got the beautiful, and this is definitely an extra because I'm telling you the ink is just gorgeous. So I'll just put a few small ones all around. I'm using the teeniest ones that come on this sheet, and we'll be, I think I'll put it here. And maybe one here. Oops, try to turn it around. There we go. One there, and then I'll put a couple on the bottom. One here. Oops, I didn't want it there. I want it in the middle of that part. And then one down here. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I need one more. Let's see, where else will I put one? Maybe I'll do another one. I like odd numbers, that's why. I have 6, so yeah, I think I'll put it here. Okay, so I want 7 on there. So there is our project for today, the textured Magnolia layering stencils and embossing folder. I'm going to hold it up this way just so you can see the color. It's very pretty. I thank you so much for your time. Be sure to check Claire out tomorrow. She'll be live. And go to Crafting with Lisa Horton official website on Facebook and check out all of the other beautiful work that the design team share, and we have some really talented members in that group that share beautiful products, and you can also see our schedule. So I hope that you have a fantastic week. I will have another video for you for next week, and until then, I hope that you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.